and welcome to Women in Power. I am so excited today. You have seen her everywhere. You've heard of Teamy Blends. It's been endorsed by bloggers, celebrities, influencers, everyone. Well, today's Women in Power, we have the co-founder and CEO of Teamy Blends, Arezzini.
Hi, guys.
Why is this tea, this skinny tea, why is it so controversial? Why are people some people having an issue with it?
All right, let me break it down for you. Let's go back to the beginning of why I even came out with this detox program.
Yes.
Okay. So I was in the Israeli Defense Forces when I was 19 to around 22. And I just randomly decided to volunteer because I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't have a purpose. I didn't have a passion. I was raised in a very low income family, so going to college was not an option. It wasn't even thought of.
Now, where were you living at the time?
Tampa, Florida.
And then you said, I'm leaving Tampa. You're how old?
I'm 19.
And all of a sudden you're going to just go join the Israeli forces.
Yep. I sold my car, sold all my stuff. My mom wanted to kill me, and there I go.
Okay.
And
I love it.
Yeah, and it changed my life.
Yeah.
Because it gave me a passion for health and wellness, because my position in the Army was a fitness instructor for combat soldiers in the artillery unit.
So you're a health and fitness instructor in the Israeli forces. And then what happens? Then you I saw on your website, you developed some sort of intestinal problem.
Right. So because I had a sensitive digestive system that I didn't even know I had, eating all these foods over a 2-year period of time accumulated in my gut.
Ugh.
And what happened is I stopped being able to go to the bathroom.
Oh!
That's just the truth. That's just what happened. So I was going poop once a week.
Oh my
That's
word.
just the truth. So what this made happen was that I had a huge stomach. It looked like I was 5 months pregnant when I wasn't.
Wow.
If you had touched my stomach, it was
hurt.
hard as a bowling ball.
Get out.
It was like a rock.
But nothing was wrong. You didn't have colitis. They didn't find anything. It was just...
I didn't have anything that you could say this is a disease, or, I didn't have anything like that. But my digestive system stopped working on its own, which shouldn't happen at the age of 22.
No.
So I went to Whole Foods and I got all the teas that said
ask you
cleanse
that. What
and
did you do?
detox.
Did you just go to Whole Foods and make a blend?
No, I wanted to, first of all, I wasn't trying to make a business. So I was just trying to solve my problem,
yourself,
right? So I'm getting all these teas that say gut health, gut cleanse, colon cleanse, detox, and I'm drinking all these teas. And
but
none
you're
of
doing
them,
this solely to handle the stomach, not to try to get skinnier or anything.
No, I was just trying to handle the digestive issue.
You do the teas.
Yep.
And it helps you.
Nothing helped me.
The teas didn't help
They
you?
did not help me.
Oh my gosh. Where do we go from here?
I was like, well, the books said by these credible doctors that tea's supposed to help. Why is this tea not helping?
Yeah. When did you have this aha moment of I've got to take this to other people?
Okay. So the teas, the $5 teas that I was getting at Whole Foods weren't working. I ordered 3 different teas from these detox tea companies that were in Australia, and I got them at home. It took 3 weeks for the shipping to happen, and I didn't love that. And I started using them and they didn't work either. So I'm like, something's wrong. What's wrong? Why aren't these teas working? So I started looking at the ingredients on the back. And most of these teas didn't have even detoxifying ingredients. They were just putting random ingredients together and were saying detox. They were using this word to sell this product, but the ingredients in the product didn't even have any of the detoxifying ingredients.
Oh, wow. Did you go into the skinny thing because that just opened up the market? And how did you have these ideas? How did you become this entrepreneur?
Well, the first thing I did is I teamed up with my business partner who comes from the coffee and tea background. So I didn't have as much information or expertise in coffee and tea. And so he came from that background. He had worked in coffee and tea for 5 years. And so we started working together and we started formulating the blends together. What I wanted to do is I just wanted to help others have the same results that I had. And that's what has happened. And you'll see if you go to any other detox company out there, it's almost like the owner or the founder doesn't exist, because they're not coming out and saying who they are and what they're doing, because what they're selling isn't a real product that actually works. So for me, it was really important to give lifestyle recipes, fitness advice.
I love your recipes. I want to try them. They look so good. The latte and the,
Yeah, it's for me, and that's how the slogan came up. it's not just tea, it's a lifestyle. There was a lot of word of mouth going on about my product, but
how did you make that happen? People out there want to know. They're like, I have this product.
Okay.
I don't know how to get it known. How did you
break it down.
Okay.
I lived with my mom. I lived in my mom's house, and my bedroom was my office. I had a bed. I had cartons of tea. I had a thermal printer that I was literally printing out all of the labels every single day, going to the post office, dropping off. I was answering the customer service emails. I was doing the social media. I was doing it all. So I'm sitting in my bedroom and I'm like, how do I market this product? Because I didn't go to college. I have no marketing or business background at all, like nothing. I'm a personal trainer and I was in the Army, so I have very limited amount of knowledge. But what I did have was this overwhelming desire to survive and to succeed. I very much was purpose driven. I mean, yeah, like I grew up so poor, and all I've ever wanted to do was to take care of my mom.
Wow.
You know, that's all I've ever, so everything is being driven by this. I want to make it out of the slums. I want to be able to give me and my mom a good life. So a lot of that drive went into this business where other people at the age of 23 were out partying and I was at home packaging tea, you know?
I love this.
But what I did to market is because I had no budget, that's when I started using influencers, because I would communicate to them through email or through direct message, and I would tell them about who I was and what I was doing.
I can't believe they actually read it and responded.
But this was 5.5 years ago. Influencers were different than they were today.
Okay.
They were different. They were a lot more receptive, but they are still today. So I would send out these packages of tea to these influencers, which are now called micro influencers. So they're anywhere between 5,000 to maybe 100,000 followers. And I would start creating a relationship with them, and just for the free product, they would try the product, and if they liked it, they would promote it.
Wow.
And which goes to show how good the product is, because people are actually standing behind it. Because influencers, especially now, they won't promote something just for money. They have to actually like it and believe in the brand and believe in what we're doing.
Yeah. What would you tell your did you ever have any challenges other than the illness? I mean, while you were growing up, did you ever have to overcome anything? Or have you always just kind of been a driven person?
No, I think I was a driven person because I grew up so poor.
Yeah.
I had my first job at the age of 9. That's when I started earning my first income. I was raised by a single mom, and I knew that if I wanted something, I had to go get it for myself. So I started babysitting at the age of 9. There was a woman, and she would bring her like 3-month-old baby to the office, and I would just play with the baby, and she paid me $2 an hour.
Wow.
You know? And the first thing I did, I got a paycheck for $24. And I went and I bought myself a pair of jeans that were not from Walmart. That was the first thing I did. And it, like, that has always been, I always wanted to get out of the hole that I was in. And so I nannied and babysat all throughout high school. And as soon as I got out of high school, I started working full time, and I worked at a postcard company. But I was making $10, $11 an hour, and I knew that I could do something more with myself, because I was never going to be able to take care of my mom with $10 an hour, ever.
And that was always your goal. You got to take care of your mom. What would you have told your younger self, who back before you joined the Army, when you didn't know what you wanted to do and you had no purpose and life was not clear to you, and maybe you were worried or anxious back then? Like, what would you have told that girl?
I think I would have said to her to put one foot in front of the other and stop thinking so much and just walk.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me on another episode of Women in Power. Thank you for coming to the show, and we will see you again next week. Thank you so much.